Hello, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever stopped to consider your own value? Not what the world says you're worth, not what the market dictates, not even what others think, but your value. Because until you understand that, you'll always be at the mercy of circumstances. You see, the marketplace will give you what you demand, not what you deserve. Life will pay you whatever price you ask, but here's the catch. You set the price. And the moment you start treating yourself like you are worth more, you will attract more. Think about it. A $100 bill crumpled up, stepped on, or dropped in the mud is still worth $100. It doesn't lose its value just because of what it's been through, and neither do you. Now, understanding your value is not about arrogance. It's about awareness. It's about taking responsibility for your life and your potential. You don't get what you want in life, you get what you become. Your value starts with you. It does not begin with your job title, your bank account, or the recognition of others. It begins with the way you see yourself. Too many people spend their lives waiting for someone to tell them they are valuable, waiting for a promotion, waiting for approval, waiting for external validation. But the truth is, the world only sees you the way you see yourself. If you believe you are valuable, you will act accordingly. If you believe you are capable, you will carry yourself differently. And when you do that, life responds in kind. Think about this. A diamond does not ask to be valuable. It does not require permission to be precious. It simply is. Its worth is inherent. It may be buried under layers of rock and dirt, but that does not diminish its value. The only thing that determines its fate is whether or not someone recognizes it, refines it, and brings out its brilliance. And just like that diamond, your value is already within you. The only question is whether you will uncover it, develop it, and allow it to shine. People who do not understand their own value often settle for less in life. They take jobs they do not love, stay in relationships that do not fulfill them, and accept circumstances that do not match their potential. Why? Because they believe that is all they are worth. When you believe in your own value, you no longer tolerate less than what you deserve. You set higher standards for yourself. You stop chasing opportunities and start attracting them. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is not luck, it is self-perception. Those who understand their value walk into a room with confidence. They speak with certainty. They negotiate from a position of strength, and as a result, the world treats them accordingly. Understanding your value does not mean arrogance. It is not about thinking you are better than others. It is about recognizing that you are just as worthy as anyone else. You do not have to compare yourself to anyone. The only person you need to compete with is the person you were yesterday. If you grow a little stronger, a little wiser, a little more disciplined each day, your value naturally increases. But that growth begins with a decision to see yourself differently, to believe in your potential, and to invest in yourself. Everything in life is a reflection of what you believe about yourself. If you think you are deserving of a better life, you will move toward it. If you believe you are capable of success, you will find a way to make it happen. But if you doubt yourself, if you see yourself as unworthy, you will unconsciously sabotage your own progress. That is why it is so important to take control of your mindset. You must guard your thoughts, because what you think about yourself determines everything else. The moment you understand your own value, the world will too. Skills determine income. It's not luck, not chance, not even hard work alone. Your income is a direct reflection of the value you bring to the marketplace. The more valuable your skills, the higher the price the world is willing to pay for your time, your expertise, and your contribution. People don't get paid for the hours they work. They get paid for the results they produce. And results come from skills. Think about two people working in the same company, sitting in the same office, working the same hours. One earns twice as much as the other. Why? Because they bring a different level of skill to the table. One has invested in learning, improving, and mastering a specialized ability that the company or the market values. The other simply shows up and does the minimum required. The difference in pay is not about fairness, it's about skill level. The marketplace operates on a simple principle. It rewards people based on the problems they can solve. The bigger the problem you can solve, the more you earn. A person who can replace a light bulb gets paid a small amount. A person who can build an electrical grid gets paid far more. A person who can write basic emails earns an entry-level salary. A person who can write persuasive sales copy that generates millions in revenue earns a fortune. The key is understanding that skills are what separate levels of income, and skills can always be developed. Many people wish for more money, but they don't realize that income is a reflection of skill, not desire. You can't wish your way to a higher income. You have to learn your way there. The good news is that skills are not fixed. They can be acquired. Anyone willing to put in the time, effort, and discipline can learn a high-income skill, and once you have that skill, no one can take it away from you. Money can be lost, jobs can disappear, but skills stay with you, and they will always create opportunities. If you want to increase your income, don't ask for a raise. Raise your value. Become so skilled that people have no choice but to pay you more. Learn how to communicate better, how to negotiate, how to solve problems that others can't. Study your industry, master your craft, and always be improving. The most successful people are the ones who commit to lifelong learning. They never stop growing, and as a result, their income never stops growing either. The world does not pay you for your time. It pays you for the value you create in that time. That's why two people can spend the same 10 years working, yet one becomes wealthy while the other struggles. It's not about effort alone, it's about the skills applied to that. If you focus on developing your skills, your income will take care of itself. The greatest investment you can make is not in stocks, real estate, or business, it's in yourself. Because when you improve, everything around you improves, including your financial future. Self-discipline builds value. It is the foundation of success, the bridge between goals and achievement, and the key that separates those who merely wish from those who actually accomplish. No matter how much talent, intelligence, or opportunity someone has, without self-discipline, none of it reaches its full potential. The ability to control impulses, stay consistent, and do what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it, is what creates lasting value in life, in business, and in personal growth. Success is not about luck, it is about habits. The small decisions made every single day determine the trajectory of your life. People with self-discipline understand this. They don't wait for motivation because they know motivation is fleeting. They take action whether they feel like it or not. That discipline compounds over time, creating momentum, progress, and ultimately mastery. Those who lack self-discipline, on the other hand, get stuck in cycles of inconsistency, starting and stopping, making excuses, giving in to distractions, and as a result, their value remains stagnant. Think about any highly successful individual, athletes, entrepreneurs, great leaders. They all have one thing in common. They do the hard things even when they don't want to. They train when others are sleeping. They study when others are entertained. They push forward when others are making excuses. It's not that they don't have temptations or doubts. It's that they have trained themselves to rise above them. This ability to stay committed to a course of action, regardless of external circumstances or fleeting emotions, is what sets them apart. The marketplace rewards value, and value is built through discipline. A person who has mastered their craft through years of consistent effort becomes irreplaceable. A business owner who has disciplined themselves to work on their vision daily, even when progress is slow, eventually creates something remarkable. A professional who has the discipline to keep learning, adapting, and growing will always outpace those who remain stagnant. The world recognizes and rewards those who show up every day and put in the work, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. People often look for shortcuts, but there are none. The only real shortcut is discipline. The more disciplined you are in your habits, your learning, and your actions, the faster you will grow, the stronger you will become, and the more value you will create. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is not intelligence or background. It is the willingness to do what needs to be done consistently without making excuses. Discipline is what allows someone to push through challenges, setbacks, and failures. It keeps you going when motivation fades. It builds resilience, confidence, and credibility. Over time, it transforms not just what you achieve, but who you become. And when you become more valuable as a person, the world has no choice but to reflect that value back to you. Association influences worth. The people you surround yourself with shape your mindset, habits, and ultimately your results in life. Whether you realize it or not, your environment plays a powerful role in determining your level of success. If you spend time with people who are unmotivated, negative, or complacent, their mindset will inevitably rub off on you. On the other hand, if you associate with ambitious, disciplined, and forward-thinking individuals, your own standards will rise to match theirs. Your success is not just about what you know or what you do, it's also about who you choose to be around. Human beings are wired for influence. We subconsciously adopt the behaviors, attitudes, and expectations of those around us. If the people in your circle make excuses, complain about circumstances, and settle for mediocrity, you will find yourself doing the same. If they lack ambition, you may start lowering your own goals to fit in. The power of association is so strong that even the most determined person can be held back by the wrong influences. That is why it is crucial to choose your environment wisely. Every conversation you have, every belief you absorb, and every habit you develop is either adding to or subtracting from your potential. If you want to elevate your life, you must elevate your circle. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you beyond your comfort zone. Find individuals who have already achieved the level of success you aspire to reach. Learn from them, observe their habits, and let their mindset become your new normal. When you associate with high achievers, their expectations of excellence become your expectations. Their drive becomes your drive. Their way of thinking rewires the way you think. Successful people understand this principle. They actively seek out mentors, coaches, and peers who elevate their thinking. They know that their growth is directly tied to the quality of people they associate with. That is why they are careful about who they allow into their inner circle. They do not waste time with negative influences. They do not entertain small thinking. They do not tolerate energy-draining relationships. Instead, they invest their time in people who add value to their lives and who encourage them to reach new levels. Association does not just apply to personal relationships. It extends to the content you consume, the books you read, and the conversations you engage in. If you constantly expose yourself to negative news, gossip, or unproductive distractions, your mindset will be affected. But if you immerse yourself in positive, growth-oriented information, you will develop a stronger mindset. The people you associate with the most, whether in person or through the content you absorb, will determine the level at which you operate. If you want to improve your life, start by evaluating your associations. Look at the 5 people you spend the most time with and ask yourself, are they helping me grow or are they holding me back? If you want to increase your worth, upgrade your environment. The right associations will challenge you, inspire you, and push you to become the best version of yourself. Confidence comes from competence. True confidence is not built on empty affirmations, wishful thinking, or a false sense of self-importance. It is built on a foundation of real ability, knowledge, and experience. When you know what you are doing, when you have developed the skills necessary to perform at a high level, confidence is a natural byproduct. It is not something you have to force. It is something that emerges effortlessly because you trust yourself and your ability to deliver results. Many people misunderstand confidence. They think it is about personality, charisma, or speaking loudly. But confidence is not about pretending. It is about knowing. When you are competent in a skill, you do not second-guess yourself. You do not hesitate. You do not need to fake it. You simply execute because you have put in the time, the effort, and the discipline to master what you do. That mastery gives you certainty, and certainty creates confidence. Think about any profession, a doctor, an athlete, a musician, a business leader. The most confident individuals in these fields are not confident because they tell themselves they are great. They are confident because they have repeatedly proven their competence through practice, experience, and results. A surgeon does not step into an operating room hoping they will succeed. They step in knowing they have done it hundreds of times before. A musician does not worry about hitting the right notes during a performance. They have played the piece so many times that it is second nature. Their confidence is not built on arrogance, but on competence. This is why real confidence cannot be faked. Temporary confidence may come from hype, from external praise, or from an illusion of success. But it will always crumble under pressure if there is no real ability behind it. A person who has not developed true competence will hesitate, doubt themselves, and shrink in the face of challenges. But a person who has done the work, who has sharpened their skills, and who has repeatedly proven to themselves that they are capable, will walk into any situation with unshakable competence. Competence is built through repetition, learning, and deliberate practice. The more you expose yourself to challenges, the more experience you gain. The more you refine your craft, the more confidence you develop. This is why the fastest way to build confidence is not to seek validation, but to seek improvement. Instead of worrying about how confident you feel, focus on how competent you are becoming. As your skill level increases, your confidence will naturally follow. The best part is that confidence is something you have full control over. You may not control circumstances, but you can control how much effort you put into learning, practicing, and refining your abilities. And as you do, your confidence will grow in direct proportion to your competence. When you know you are prepared, when you know you are skilled, when you know you have put in the work, you do not have to seek confidence, it finds you. Don't discount yourself. Too many people go through life undervaluing their worth, settling for less than they deserve, and lowering their standards because they believe they are not good enough. But the truth is, the world will only value you at the level you value yourself. If you keep offering yourself at a discount, don't be surprised when people treat you like you're cheap. You set the price for your time, your effort, your skills, and your presence. And if you don't raise that price, no one else will. People often discount themselves because of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of not being accepted. They lower their expectations to avoid discomfort. They take jobs that pay less than their worth. They stay in relationships where they are not respected. They keep their opinions to themselves to avoid conflict. But every time you discount yourself, you send a message to the world that you are willing to accept less. And the world responds accordingly. When you walk into a store and see an item on clearance, you assume something is wrong with it. Maybe it's outdated, maybe it's damaged, or maybe it's just not valuable enough to be sold at full price. The same principle applies to people. If you constantly sell yourself short, if you downplay your abilities, if you accept treatment that is beneath you, people will assume you are not worth more. And that assumption becomes reality, not because it's true, but because you allowed it. There is a difference between humility and undervaluing yourself. Humility is knowing your strengths without arrogance. Undervaluing yourself is refusing to acknowledge your strengths at all. Some people believe that by staying small, by avoiding recognition, or by never asking for more, they are being humble. But true humility is not about denying your value. It is about recognizing it without needing to prove it to others. When you understand your worth, you do not have to beg for opportunities. You do not have to convince people to respect you. You simply show up, operate at a high level, and demand what you deserve through your actions. Raising your value starts with your mindset. If you believe you are worthy of more, you will start acting like it. You will stop tolerating people who take advantage of you. You will stop accepting opportunities that do not align with your goals. You will start positioning yourself in rooms where you are respected. And when you do this, people will take notice. They will see that you are not just another person trying to fit in. You are someone who knows their value and refuses to compromise on it. You don't need permission to ask for more. You don't need validation to know you are capable, and you certainly don't need to wait for someone else to recognize your worth before you do. Stop discounting yourself, set your price, and stand by it. The moment you do, the world will have no choice but to meet you at your level. Personal development is the key. It is the foundation of success, the secret behind every high achiever, and the one thing that separates those who grow from those who stay stuck. Everything you want in life, better opportunities, greater income, stronger relationships, will come as a result of the person you become. Your success will never exceed your level of personal development. If you want more, you have to become more. Many people spend their lives chasing external rewards. They look for better jobs, higher salaries, and improved circumstances, but they do not realize that the fastest way to change what they have is to change who they are. A person with limited skills and knowledge can be given $1 million opportunity and still lose it because they are not prepared to handle it. On the other hand, a person who has spent years developing their mindset, discipline, and abilities will always find a way to create success, no matter where they start. Growth does not happen by accident. It is a daily commitment. Just as an athlete trains their body to get stronger, you must train your mind to become wiser, sharper, and more resilient. Reading, learning, practicing new skills, and stepping outside of your comfort zone are the tools of personal development. The more you invest in yourself, the more valuable you become. And the more valuable you become, the more the world rewards you. Personal development is not just about professional success. It affects every area of your life. The quality of your relationships depends on your emotional intelligence and communication skills. Your ability to handle challenges is determined by your mindset and resilience. Your financial success is a reflection of your knowledge, discipline, and ability to provide value. When you commit to personal growth, every aspect of your life improves. The key is consistency. A single book won't change your life. A single seminar won't transform you. But the habit of learning, improving, and growing every single day will. The most successful people in the world are lifelong students. They never assume they know it all. They seek out mentors, they study successful individuals, they refine their skills, and they constantly push themselves to new levels. They understand that personal development is not a one-time event. It is a way of life. Most people wish for success, but few are willing to become the person who can handle it. They want wealth, but do not develop the financial discipline to manage it. They want better relationships, but do not develop the self-awareness and communication skills necessary to build them. They want to lead, but do not take the time to grow into someone worth following. Success is not something you pursue, it is something you attract by becoming the kind of person who deserves it. Everything you desire is within reach, but it requires a commitment to growth. Develop your mind, sharpen your skills, strengthen your discipline, and expand your capacity. The more you grow, the more opportunities will come your way. Personal development is not just the key, it is the only key. The journey to success is not about luck, chance, or waiting for the right opportunity. It is about becoming the right person. Your value starts with you. Your skills determine your income. Your discipline builds your worth. The people you associate with shape your future. Your confidence comes from competence, and your belief in yourself sets the standard for how the world treats you. Above all, personal development is the key that unlocks everything you desire. You don't have to wait for permission to grow. You don't need someone else to tell you that you are capable. The power to improve, to become more, to achieve more, it's already in your hands. The question is, will you use it? Will you commit to your own growth? Will you raise your standards, develop your skills, strengthen your mindset, and refuse to settle for less than you are capable of? If you want more out of life, the answer is not out there, it's within you. The better you become, the better your life becomes. So take responsibility, invest in yourself, push beyond your limits, because when you grow, everything around you grows. And when you become more, life will reward you with more.